Alright, hey guys, I'm here with another video, this time about office chairs. So if you guys have watched the channel before, I used to rock a Secret Lab gaming chair, the Titan 2020 specifically, and I've been using it for about 5 years now. And while it's still good, and I still think it's considered one of the better gaming chairs that you can buy, recently since I've been working more from home lately, you know, I want to keep good posture, I have been looking into Herman Miller chairs. And I did find one, Herman Miller Embody, in my area for a really good used condition. All right, for my viewers in Georgia, maybe in the metro Atlanta area, I actually got this from Atlanta Office Liquidators. They just got a rare shipment in gray for about $9.50. I was able to go to one of their warehouses and try it for myself and, you know, really discern the quality before I purchased it. And honestly, this is really good condition for $9.50. Especially when these chairs, they typically go for about, you know, $900 to $1,000 range used. It's very rare that you'll find one from like an office liquidation sale because these chairs are so sought after, usually pretty expensive, and only maybe like a handful of people on Facebook Marketplace or whatever will sell it. This one in particular, if I flip it down, you'll see the warranty sticker. So, all right. So what you want to look for is on the bottom, there's going to be a warranty sticker that you might have two. There's one with the big letters right here, but what you want to look for, all right, so you want to look for something like this right here, and there is the date right here. It shows this was manufactured in 2017 of August. And kind of why that's important is, one, you want to make sure it's authentic. I don't think there's really bootleg versions of this chair, especially considering how expensive it is. Having that sticker shows when it was manufactured, if it's still maybe under manufacturer's warranty, which I believe Herman Miller provides about 12 years. So I still have this for maybe 4 more years. If I have any problems with it, you could try to register it that way. Basically, what I care about is how old is this chair. And 2017 at the time of this video is not that long ago, maybe like about 7 approaching 8 years. So to have a chair like that and in this good condition, like they told me they pretty much only wiped it down and everything is working pretty well. Like usually when you go in and check on a chair, especially if an expensive chair like this, you want to make sure, hey, are the armrests working? Is the tilt working on the back? Is the back support working? Can it go up and down? You know, you really want to sit in it yourself, feel it, and make sure, hey, is the fabric stained in any way? Is there any holes? You know, and pretty much what you see right now is how I picked it up just a few hours ago from the Liquidator warehouse. So I'm pretty happy with this. Of course, you know, you also want to give it a good clean yourself. I'm sure there's going to be some stuff in the fabric. I also want to wipe down all the armrests and the legs, maybe with some alcohol Lysol wipes. All right, so for cleaning, usually what I do personally, I get some Clorox wipes, I have a lint roller, and they recommend using a vacuum, but don't use a roller, just use this kind of standard vacuum. So you don't mess up the fabric on it. Even though they cleaned this chair already and I do trust them, I still want to give it my own personal thorough clean, you know, just because I want to be starting to use this from now on. So here we go. Gotta give props to the Liquidator company. They really did do a good job. My vacuum barely picked up any dust from the fabric on the seat, and I just kind of went and did a whole round of Clorox wipes all over the chair. You just want to get into every nook and cranny, make sure everything is good here. While you're also picking out the chair, if you can and go see it in person, absolutely, because I was able to pick one with the least amount of scratches. I think this one only has like a handful of these like scratches near the leg, but that's not that bad when the rest of the chair is in really good condition. Yeah, even the lint roller after vacuuming, barely anything on this thing. So yeah, really good still to just, double check, clean your chair, especially if it's used, you don't know what it's been through. But yeah, I'm really proud of the condition that this Embody was brought to me in. All right, now I've also sat in it and I've kind of adjusted it already. It's really important really to get the ergonomics right for this chair, or else you're just going to waste a lot of money for not having the right settings. Usually what that means is, hey, make sure the armrests are at about desk height. You're sitting straight, like you're not leaving room between you and the chair, and then the tilt angle, the tension, and everything that's kind of personal preference. I would prefer it to be a little bit more supportive, so a little more restrictive in the tilt, like this. I don't want it to like be super like, oh, I'm gonna fall tilt, or I also don't want it to be like super stiff. I do tend to lean back sometimes, but the purpose of this chair, right, is to have good posture, have good ergonomics. I'm not going to go over how to adjust the chair because there's so many different settings and levers. Instead, go to YouTube. There's a lot of great guides to follow. This one's by Crandall Office Furniture. They have a whole section of how to adjust things. So yeah, I would recommend this, and I'll link it in the description. So basically, after sitting in this for one day, I can definitely tell it's already better than my previous chairs. I've had a Secret Lab chair before. I've had random IKEA chairs in the past. But this one definitely has a lot more back support. Especially if you tilt or lean back a lot. This definitely is for you, especially if you're going to be working from home a lot like I am. I'm a software engineer by day, I'm a gamer, video editor by night, so like you obviously want to have a chair that'll support you basically being at your desk the majority of the day. And that's kind of what led me to Herman Miller. I know there's other competitors out there. There's Steelcase. There's also the Aeron chair by Herman Miller as well, if you want a cheaper alternative that's mesh. I will say for shopping, here are my tips. Okay, one, if you're gonna buy pre-owned, make sure it's worth it, right? Make sure you are getting it at a good, decent used price. There aren't that many used Herman Millers in the wild from my experience, especially after checking eBay and Facebook Marketplace. I had the most luck looking at office liquidators if you have some in your area, especially those that allow you to come in, try different models so you can actually see for yourself, right? And then number two, make sure you have the original warranty sticker on the chair. Not only does this help it being a legitimate chair, but also because you have info like, oh, what specific SKU is the chair, especially if you want to go into like third-party products, or if in case you want to like replace your fabric or something, that's all in your manufacturer sticker. All right, number three, always go in person to see. Right? It doesn't matter if you go into like a Herman Miller location to actually try one of their chairs. It doesn't matter if you try your friend's chair, or if you're like me, go into an office liquidator's warehouse to try it. Always try it in person. Make sure it's in good condition and make sure you like it. And with that, number four, you are not going to like it right off the bat. It's going to take some time to adjust. You need to really dial in these settings, right, to make sure you're sitting the correct posture and you're, ergonomically, you're doing what it's intended for. Don't think of this as like a comfy chair. It's not your sofa. It's not a movie theater chair, right? The purpose of this chair is for you to sit naturally with good posture at a desk, okay? And with that, I know some people like to game on it, some people don't like to game on it and just use it for work. I'll see where I like it by then. Some people also loosen up some settings after work, especially if you're like me and you have like a TV up there, you kind of sometimes want to lean back, maybe play a game or watch something on there. I can see myself adjusting settings to do that. But yeah, let's see and fast forward to a couple months later, hopefully, when I have to do a post review. All right, hey guys, so been with the chair for about a week now, and I gotta say, I'm not used to sitting in this position with a chair that kind of contours toward your spine. Definitely took a little bit getting used to. Slight bit of back pain, but I mean, I've read that it's normal as you get accustomed to the chair, you dial in the right settings, and I think I've gotten it to the point where I can sit up straight for most of the day and lean back when I need to, kind of comfortably. The one thing I will say though, because I'm almost 6 foot, is I do think this chair needs a headrest. So I've looked into it, and basically what I found is pretty much this company, Atlas Headrest, is probably the best third-party company to buy a headrest for. It does go about $200, so it is a bit pricey improvement, but I think it'll help me a lot. Basically what they do is they have a lot of SKUs for all your different embodies. You just got to find a tag kind of located at the back of your headrest. It's kind of like in your chair right here. I've already looked at mine, and I figured out that it was a 315, which correlates to rhythm charcoal, rhythm graphite frame. That's basically mine, the 315 one. And I pretty much matched the SKU for the SKU on the website. And from what I understand, this website and company tries their best to completely match your embody, and they have it for pretty much every single type of embody out there. So for reference, I found my original tag kind of in my chair right here. It's kind of on the underside of this top layer. I've taken the sticker out because it's kind of hard to read and get to. And I've actually put it, yeah, so I've gotten it right here. And as you can see, I've just put it where my warranty stickers were. But basically this number right here, 315, tells you exactly what fabric type and what color your embody is. So it's really good just to have this handy when finding the correct SKU for your Atlas headrest. All right, so here's the box that it comes with, and here it is. This is the back that will attach to the back of the chair spine. And here is the headrest itself. And let's get it out of the package. All right, so right out of the box, honestly, if you told me this was a third-party accessory, I thought this was OEM. I thought this would be the original, because look at how much it pretty much lines up with the color. There's the white pixels, matching the white pixels on there, and the fabric is pretty much identical. Yeah, this is amazing. Like, I can't believe this is not even a Herman Miller product, but a third-party attachment. So yeah, let's get this up and running. They did come with some instructions, so that I'll be following, and we'll get it all set up. All right, so I have the headrest completely on, and yeah, it honestly just looks like an official attachment. Or honestly, if you showed me this chair at the start, I would have believed that it just naturally came with it. But yeah, it completely matches the white pixels on the white pixels, the black frame on the black frame, the charcoal rhythm fabric with the charcoal rhythm fabric of the chair. So it does come with some movement. You can move this back and forward. You can tilt the headrest up and down, and then if you want to loosen the tension, you can just do this knob, and that'll loosen the horizontal tension right here to move it back and forth. And then if you want to adjust this tension too, for how high you want to set the headrest, you just loosen this knob right here with an Allen wrench. But yeah, I currently have it to where I think it's a good fit. It's just right above the chair a bit, and then I might just have to tilt the angle. But yeah, it's looking really good, guys. I'm really happy with this so far, and it looks pretty natural. And I gotta say, it doesn't really impact my view of the embody at all either. I mean, the embody was just this before, but honestly, with this, I kind of like this a little bit better. It looks a lot more taller, a lot more cooler looking, in my opinion. All right, so sitting down on it right off the bat. Ooh, yeah, no, this feels good. I really needed like some sort of headrest here. I know Herman Miller, their opinion is that, oh, you don't need headrest with our chair because all you just need to do is just sit up straight. But honestly, sometimes when I'm like, kind of like bobbing my head, or if I do want to lean back, it feels weird not having any some sort of support. But with this Atlas headrest, this definitely feels a lot more nicer to like lean back on. Maybe I'm watching something on my bigger TV monitor over there, or I'm just sitting straight, and sometimes I'm just need to take a lean back. But yeah, this is really nice. And yeah, it feels really good. I'm happy with all the adjustments. I might play around with this for a bit. But yeah, I really recommend you guys getting an Atlas headrest. Not sponsored, I wish. But I feel like if you are someone who is like maybe above like 5'10", and you're sitting in a body and you feel like, oh, it needs a little bit of support for your head. I know I do. I think the Atlas headrest is well worth the money for one, especially when they put so much design and care and attention to detail to making sure it matches the skew of your body as well. Alright, hello guys. It has been almost half a year now since I've had this chair, and so far it's been holding up pretty well. Figured I might as well do a little quick update for you guys. It has been going really well with this chair. Everything's been adjustable. I've kind of like dialed in the sweet spot. The headrest has been good. There are some times where I still have to like adjust it, where it kind of like pushes back a little bit, even though I've tightened it a lot, but that's fine. For the most part, I've been enjoying kind of like pulling my chair out like all the way over here, playing with the controller and playing some games or watching some stuff on my TV up there. So for that, the headrest has been a lifesaver. And yeah, not much has changed. I've been trying to keep it clean. I don't clean it often, maybe spot clean it every once in a while. But yeah, it's still been really good. Now, I would definitely recommend this chair for those who are working, probably remote jobs, or you're at home a lot, sitting in front of a desk, or maybe you're gaming a lot. This is definitely well worth the investment in my opinion. Definitely try to get it used if you can, if there is like some kind of warehouse in your area, maybe a official Herman Miller shop, or like finding some kind of secondhand thrift shop that has these in stock. Definitely double check on the quality of them. But yeah, I'm happy that I bought a used one for a fraction of the price, and I'm happy with the headset attachment as well. I can't complain. I feel like especially an office chair is like one of the top 3 like must have, you can't skimp on furnitures for your house, and I think it's well worth the investment into the future. Like, I'll probably be using this chair for like the upcoming decade to come. So yeah, hope you guys found this video enjoyable. Hopefully you guys have found this helpful, and yeah, if you'd like to see more random videos like this on our second channel, please continue to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.